What's up, turf therapists, and welcome back to another episode of Turf Therapy. In today's episode of Turf Therapy, you read it right. Yep, this is the final mow. I know we haven't done quite as many mows as I initially projected, but that's okay. And this is the reason why I have to cut it short. I have to throw in the towel a little early because the weather that's coming in the next 7 days is going to be below 30 for about a sustained week here in Maryland. And what I don't want to do is create damage, any further damage that's already going to take place from it being frozen and thawing and frozen and thawing. I don't want to be on the lawn, so this has to be my final cut because I can't cut the lawn Monday because I get off work too late and the sun's gone, and I can't cut the lawn on Tuesday either. So this is the final mow, ladies and gentlemen. And really the only reason why I'm hitting it now is because it's a little shaggy and I got a lot of leaves on it. All right, so let's get it done. Yeah, all right. Real quick, guys, I know my last video, thank you for those who hung in on that last video. I know it was windy and I was going in and out, popping in and out, but so these are male dwarf hollies, and what that means is, so a holly is a plant that's actually dioecious, and that means that you have male and female variants of the plant. And if this was the female variant of the plant, it would throw berries. I knew that these weren't going to throw fruits because I found out from my extension office months ago. So that is why I'm taking them back. But because these don't throw fruit, there's another reason why I'm doing it. These tend to harbor massive amounts of mosquitoes during the summer and the spring. So if you can see, there's no space in between these hollies at all. So my idea is to trim back their native habitat so they won't be able to necessarily take over my freaking lawn as easy next year. The same thing with these shrubs up here. These shrubs, I noticed last year that they were just harboring mosquitoes. So I'm gonna take it back, and my neighbor and I, we actually got these, let me show it to you real quick. Spartan, ooh, blooper, Spartan mosquito things, right? So I'm gonna use that, and he's gonna get two, and it's supposed to cover like a whole acre. I'll do a video on that, and I'll actually do a review to see how it works. We're going to set up a perimeter for our whole house, the neighbor across the street and myself. We're gonna try to set up a perimeter and see if that dies down on the mosquitoes a bit. So let's finish up this trim job real quick, but I just wanted to drop that knowledge on you real quick. Thank you for hanging in. What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm gonna be honest, that was probably the most difficult thing I've done all season, is literally executing my final mow. I dreaded this day. It's finally here. But listen, guys, content is not going to stop. I'm going to get pretty creative. It's my first year, right? So I'm going to get creative with the winter. Let me know if you like the content that I'm pumping out, or if you don't. If you got any ideas of what you want to see, let me know. If I can do it, I will. So, man, doesn't she look good though? She looks good. I don't know how it looks. You know, it's quite muggy today. It's about to start raining here soon. So I'm about to trim up real quick, give it that final edge so we're popping all through the winter. And then that's it. The next video, I'll clean up my equipment and clean up these flower beds. Yeah, guys. So right after this, we'll wrap this up. Give you some little trimmer action. We haven't done that in a while, right? Some trimmer footage. And let's have fun with it, right? Let's pick up the spirit a little bit. You know, I'm all sad. Let's lift me up, right? Let's lift me up and let's finish strong. Let's finish this season strong. My turf therapist, let's get our last therapeutic mow in. Let's have fun with it. Let's not be too sad, right? Because there's always next season. All right, guys, stay tuned. If I could redo the whole thing again, I would lean in with building my defense more so than my offense. I mentioned this in my first video. Meaning I would recommend to any first year lawn person that you focus on just thickening up your turf, right? What does that mean? I wouldn't worry about pre-emergence your first year. I know, it sounds blasphemous, right? But that's just the fact of it. Like, I think your first year, you should just worry about feeding your lawn and then taking notes. Taking all the notes that you can on your lawn, gathering as much intel as possible that first year. That way, when you make your yearly plan for the next year, you know what kind of weeds you're dealing with. You know if you dealt with any kind of fungus, especially if this is your first year with this lawn. I learned a lot of things as I was going. I learned that Maryland was super prone with fungus. I learned that this backyard right here was riddled with, I even have some, was riddled with Poa trivialis and Poa annua. And I even have some Bermuda in there too, some wild Bermuda. Well, I had some in that far corner last summer, so we'll see if it comes back this year. It's wild Bermuda, so I'm sure it will. But all that is to say that I wish I would have just focused on that one thing, building that turf thickness. This side of my project, I literally just started doing giving this side any attention. I just started giving this side attention when I aerated and overseeded in the fall this year. So I aerated and overseeded Labor Day weekend. So since Labor Day weekend, this area has had attention, and look at it. Just that quick, it's bounced back. Now I've stuck with mostly granulars, Carbon X, on this side, and it's done it just fine. But quick surprise, I don't know. Originally I felt I was upset about it, but so the housing agency out here, they relocated a spigot. So originally my spigot, this spigot right here, it's not on right now because I gotta flip it underneath the sink, but that was the whole point of them putting it here. When they cut the hose bibs, when the freezing temperatures come, we complained and we asked for access to our stuff, so they put one in here. But since they put in one here, guess what? I'll be doing a lot more liquid applications on this side plot, which means I'm probably gonna get that Carbon X Pro, the one with the peptides in it that introduces like hair follicles. This stuff is super cool. I'll do a video on it, but I'm gonna get some of that and I'm gonna hit my lawn hard with that probably in the spring, early spring, and then I'll back off and I'm gonna go with less is more next year, guys. And I really like the Next products because they're super pet friendly too. So I'll be running, for the most part, Next products on my line this year. Look at it. It's my neighbor. You see my lawn? It's not my neighbor, it's my coworker. So
permission to step aside.
yeah, you can come on over. Check out the lawn.
Literally greener on the other side.
It's literally greener on the other side. Hi, buddy.
Turf therapy, what's up?
All right, guys. Turf therapy. It's always cool when your coworkers support you, right? So that was a cool coworker. He's actually a comedian. I'll throw his link for his page up here. If you want to go check out a pretty funny guy, there you go. But yeah, guys, that wraps that up. Thank you for tuning in for the last Final Mow. Remember, eat, mow, sleep, repeat. Don't cheat your lawn, and your lawn won't cheat you. I'll see you next time for another dose of therapy with Rob.
The one my heart has gone to me, not gone to wait.